Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, October 25th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture the places inside me that hold my fears. And I've got some lovely backup. There's Mahalo holding space behind me. Really, he's waiting for me to get off of this because he wants to sit on this cushion here. It's his favorite place. Let's look at this week ahead before we dig in today. I want to say, I know I don't always do videos on the weekend, but I did do Sun in Scorpio for Saturday. So go back and check that out if you did not happen to see it. For this week ahead, two things that we're really working on: digging into the Scorpio energies, being willing to go to those places that we like to tuck away for another day. Today is the day, the next 28 days, is the day where we can face this energy, and I highly encourage it, as we will have some tense Pluto energies upcoming in the near future. We want to address those energies so that it's not like a snowball when we do have to go there. Like when the universe is like, okay, well, I warned you, I gave you time, bump off the cliff, kind of thing. So we want to address these energies, show up and face those things, nurture those parts of yourself. A lot of times Scorpio energy can have us in survival mode. And I really feel Scorpio energy so connected to the root chakra, which like grounds us and connects us here. So to be very aware of that, like check your body, check your chakras, check these energies within you, because we all have fear somewhere, and fear can serve us, but a lot of times fear causes interference in our lives and on our path. And so it's good to check these places. This isn't about doing reckless things and being like no fear. It's not about that. It's really about checking where we carry these, whether it's what's the right word? Illogical fear. Sometimes we can judge it by that. I guarantee there's a wound there. It's not illogical. There's something there that's trying to get your attention through the fear. So whether it's something like that, or if it's from something real, very tangible fear from trauma that you're aware of, this is the time. Address that energy. Be willing to go there, and you will be amazed at how empowered you can move out of Scorpio after this. So, speaking of fears, we have Venus square Neptune on Tuesday. Anytime Venus and Neptune get like entangled, there can be illusions, and a lot of times this can be around money, but this can also be around relationships. So we may have a little challenge with that. We may have challenge holding faith. Sometimes relationships get challenging. It's like, can I trust the universe? Like, do you have my back? Am I doing the right thing? So we may have a little bit of that coming up on Tuesday. But I love later in the week, Venus and Jupiter will connect. And that feels like, yeah, you're okay. Hold your vision. Believe in your vision. Trust in that vision. And even be willing to think bigger. So if you're finding any fears or challenges or illusions coming up with that on Tuesday, know that there will be an opportunity to remedy this energy. And again, tend to and nurture those fearfully places within you. The other big thing that we're working through, Mars is finishing up in Libra this week. We have Mars shifting into Scorpio on Saturday. So with Mars moving into Scorpio, we really want to, because Mars and Scorpio can be combative based on those fears. Mars and Scorpio is like, I'm going to lash out before I'm lashed, before something happens, right? And so Mars and Libra is like, no, let's find the balance. Let's find homeostasis within. Let's find the center. Let's seek out, these places where we carry that war energy and see where we can find and bring harmony instead. So I think that's a big part of this week's work as well. So that's what I'm focused on. And then next Sunday is Halloween. So, woo. All right, so for today, Monday, we have the moon shifting into Cancer at 2 p.m. Before that, moon in Gemini will be connecting with Mars. So we may start off the day like, woo, like, I'm awake, I'm ready, hey, Monday. And then slowly, as the day tapers and we have that void moon energy. So do be Do be aware of that. Watch out for any mental runnings going on in the morning as well. Moon and Mars connecting can also make us feel very impatient, especially in air sign. For some reason, air sign's like, come on, let's get to it, let's get to it, let's get to it. So check your impatience first thing in the morning. Moon into Cancer with Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer. We may find ourselves going to the emotional places. So do be aware with the Moon in Cancer. You may have more of the feels around fears, around things that need to be addressed. Let me be clear and say that Scorpio is not just about fears. There's other shadows to investigate during Scorpio. Other things that make us feel like a victim. Other things that make us feel, I love this word, it feels just so right, so puny, like so powerless and puny. And so those are things that we also want to look at, but a lot of times they do connect to fear. So a lot of times we can like kind of trace it back. Trauma and fear, so intermingled, and it's, of course, why not? What are you doing back there? Well, it's a cleaning process. Our last transit of the day is the Sun and the Moon connecting. So like I said, Sun in Scorpio, Moon in Cancer. We will be feeling things deeply. One thing that I'm feeling with this energy is, you know, sometimes when we start to feel, then our mind starts to try to make sense of why we're feeling, and we'll create stories. So be aware of any stories coming up. And I would say, especially with Venus and Neptune coming into their square that they're working into, you may have stories around relationship that you do need to address at this time, that are illusions that you're carrying that are no longer true and not serving you. There are also maybe things that you're trying to sweep under the rug that you have to investigate. So be aware of that. Be gentle with yourself. Be tender with yourself. And I didn't say this in the Scorpio scope, but it's been in my head. You know, there's various, is it acronyms? I don't remember what the word is, but for fear. Like, forget everything is run, and run is a popular one. That's what happens when we get into fear. I know there's another one that people say that I can't remember, but mine is feel everything and rise. When you let yourself feel the feels, when you let yourself be present, breathing through it, identifying where it is in your body, you will move through it, and you will rise beyond the feeling, and you will get some beautiful, powerful perspective and insight. So during this energy, don't let forget everything and run be your motto. Let your motto be feel everything and rise. So let's look at these astro energies. We got some powerful astro energies. I do have to say, speaking of relationships, I have the friendliness card in reverse. So that Venus, square Neptune energy may just feel a little tense, and we may be a little bit proactive with Scorpio, like, here's a boundary, do not cross. So be aware of that energy coming in. That being said, as we face these energies, I love this. I have the breakthrough card and the rebel card. We are breaking through old patterns, old energies that have kept us stuck. Part of this will be through meditation, part of this will be through introspection, but the silence card is also the star card, leading us to beautiful success in through this energy. And look at us lighting up our power. Look at us lighting up our solar plexus in this energy. Beautiful creativity coming from this. So don't get too stuck on this. Really bring that energy back to yourself if you are feeling in this. I also have to say I have the change card in reverse. I would say this is a beautiful cycle, this Scorpio time. A beautiful cycle of change. So do be aware of where you are being called to step up and shift and change. So that's it for today. I'm going to be announcing, eclipse readings very soon. So be prepared for that. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.